So this is my assignment solution for the T3D algorithm for the end game, which was phase 2 assignment 10. And here you can see there's a little car which is going around and round, and in the background it is using T3D algorithm. And here you can see a small image. So this image actually shows this square as a car location, and the other black part that you're seeing here in the image is the road. So the car is trying to keep on the road and reach the goal. So there are two goal locations defined here. So it is trying to get to one of the location and also trying to uh, keep itself on the road. Yeah, so here you can see that. So in the background, whenever the car comes on the road, it gets a positive reward. Otherwise, otherwise it gets a negative reward. So you can see the car is trying to get on the road. So here we can see like there are two files, map.py and ai.py. In the map.py, we have defined some variables, and yeah, so we have incorporated the car environment. Here you can see like we are like giving them positive and negative rewards in this function. So if the car is not on the road, if it's on a sand, it gets a negative reward. Otherwise it is getting a positive reward. And for the boundary cases, it is getting -10 as reward. Coming to update function, so in update function here we can see like I have processed the image. So the image that we are seeing here, which is going as input, it is actually this image cview210. And so initially I have set some like timer here. So initially it takes random steps, and once the replay buffer has sufficient data to train on, then it goes into this else case, and then the model is trained. So these are some parameters which I have passed for training: replay buffer, episode time set, batch size, and so on. Once the training is done, it comes outside, and in the replay buffer we can see like these are all the parameters that we have passed. So the parameters are actually current state, next state, action, last reward, and done. So the current state includes uh, current object image, orientation, negative orientation, distance from the goal, and the new state involves a new image, positive, negative orientation, and the new distance. And then comes the action, last reward, and done. So done is a variable which decides if the car has reached to its location or not. So, and this I have printed to just to see that if there's some reward, if the reward is greater than -5, so print this information so that I can know like what is happening in the background. And if we come to the ai.py file, first the replay buffer class are made the maximum size to 5000. Here we can see a sample function where it is taking out random sample, and the size is equal to the batch size. So the sample function is called from the train class. Here we can see the actor class, and also we can see like we have some convolution layer to get to read the image, and then some fully connected layers to process the image and convert into action dimension. The action dimension, as you can see here, is 5. So in the map.py also we can see this array where we have provided, where is it? Yeah, so here we have provided like all the rotation dimensions. So 0, -3, 3, -5 and 5, these are the actions. So there are 5 dimensions defined. Similarly, yeah, this is the forward function. Now coming to the and one more thing that I want to discuss about action class was, so in the when the forward is called, so one is the image and other parameters is orientation and distance. So once the once we are done with the convolution, then we like concatenate the image with orientation and the distance, as you can see here. And then again we process a fully connected layer to get the output. So this function would return as a action. And then now coming to the critic function, again it has some convolution layers and fully connected layers, and this is the corresponding forward function, and this forward function returns two values x1 and x2, which are corresponding to two critique values. This is the Q1 function, and this is the main D3 class. So this is the initialization function, select an action function which use the action model to give out the action. Then comes the train function. It calls the sample function of the replay buffer to get some random samples equal to the batch size, and we have defined batch size equal to 100. And yeah, so after that, these are the steps for the D3 algorithm. So that was pretty much all. Yeah, that was about my assignment. Thank you.